Today we examine one of the most beloved and most commented on sections in the Haggadah, the section of the Arba Banim of the four sons. And perhaps of all of the sons, the one which is the most intriguing is the Ben Harasha, is the wicked child. And again, there has been tremendous work done in the various commentators in the Haggadah to explain exactly, again, the essence of his wickedness, what he's doing at the Seder, so on and so forth. There's a fascinating piece on the Ben Harasha, on the wicked son, found in the writings of Rabbi Tzadok HaKohen of Lublin. Rabbi Tzadok points out that if one looks at the biblical text in the book of Shemos, right, where the question, which the Haggadah explains is the question of the wicked son, is found, the section ends after Moshe tells the people that eventually they will have children who will ask such questions. It says, Vayikod ha'am vayishtachavu, that the nation prostrated themselves and bowed. And Rashi comments on that section that the cause of their thanksgiving to God at that moment was the fact that they were being told, even as they were still yet in Egypt, that they would one day have descendants, and it was this Besuras Habanim, this news of children, that was so exciting and invigorating to them, which caused them to do this act of worship to God in thanksgiving upon receiving it. Rabbi Tzadok points out that there is a certain paradox. On the one hand, rabbinic tradition, as enshrined in the Haggadah, teaches us that question is actually the question of the wicked child, and that there is certainly an irony in the idea that Rashi interprets the thanksgiving of the people on the news of having children, specifically on the kind of child who one would think is the last kind of child that someone would be excited to have. Rabbi Tzadok suggests that what the Jewish people were being taught at that time, and this perhaps is really the essence of the meaning of the Ben Harasha, is that all of the descendants of the Jewish people, all Jews, right, regardless of their level of observance, regardless even of their relative level of goodness, is still part of the people. Again, if you think back, the story of the Torah until the time of Am Yisrael, of the Jewish people, was really an ongoing process of choice. Right? Yitzchak is chosen, Yishmael is rejected. Esau is rejected and Yaakov is chosen, etc., etc. What the Jewish people here are being promised and being committed to, right, is that all of their children, even the wicked children, would be part of Am Yisrael. Right? That process of choice and rejection was essentially something from the past, was no longer part of the active story of the Jewish people. And so, Rabbi Tzadok, what the Jews were really being thankful for is that even their wicked children would continue to be part of the nation. And that, I think, is really perhaps the educational message of the Arba Banim, of the four children. Right? The idea that Torah is, again, not geared specifically to the needs only of the Chacham, or only to the sincere and simple child, but the Torah and the Judaism is really the inheritance of all Jews, that all Jews should have access to it. The question is finding the right answers to answer the appropriate question of the nature of the child in mind.